What's up everyone, I am just back from Paris where Riot invited us to go for the 2xKO community tour to try the new game, try the new version, talk to the team and review some of the changes. Of course there is Alpha Lab 2 this weekend. We're in Europe, we kinda hold the L, we're gonna have to watch, but I might be able to bring you at least some stuff on 2xKO this weekend. But I wanted to make this video to review, a lot of the things that I've found, the things that I've recorded, and just discuss them a bit. I've made another video as well on Reversal that I will link right below, that's a bit more condensed with a couple of the news, but let's take a look, at everything that we could go through. Obviously, the game being almost full means that it had pretty much, working menus with all of the battle pass, with all of the customization and stuff. So I think that's definitely one of the things that we are going to be looking forward to. I just realized that I use a green screen and the 2xKO logo is green. So, just pretend this is this is art. This is art. Anyway, plenty of changes. I don't know if you guys have seen all of the changes in their video that was about an hour long. So we're gonna talk about them, just a bit, because quite a lot happened. Obviously, plenty of costumes available. There's a full video on that. I've been working hard on this, and couple news as well. So they've got a couple new fuses that I don't have enough time to try, but basically you can play alone now. You could actually have a fuse called Juggernaut, where you can just pick one character, and he's a bit more powerful than if he was, part of a team of two. So he uses more, he has a bit more life and stuff. So if, you really don't like to have friends or to play assist games, you can still, play this. For me, I basically mainly try to focus on my characters. Yasuo being, if you guys watch me playing 2xKO, Yasuo was, was actually one of my favorite character designs, I can't lie. It was really fun and everything, and a lot changed, right? And the first thing I think that I really wanted to try on this, I will just go through the video. The video is mainly me trying to do stuff in training mode to show you guys, right? So one of the big things is that there is no 3H anymore. So this sweep that you can see right now, this sweep is 3H now. So 3H back then used to be your launcher. That was your anti-air, sorry, that was a moving forwards into 2 hits. I don't know if you can remember how it was. This move does not exist anymore. And plenty of characters, they lost their, launcher move, because now the thing they did is that 2H does both launcher and anti-air. And back then it used to be 3H anti-air and 2H launcher, essentially. So, that changes actually a lot in the way you approach the game and the combos. It removes some moves like this one, Echo. Echo lost the very short range one, which he used a lot for his mix-ups. Darius lost a lot for his combos, so that's already changing a lot. And it's a bit weird to do 3H and have a sweep coming out, but let's not act like purists, man. We played 2 hours of Alpha Lab 1, it's not gonna change everything. Second thing, combos changed a lot, mainly because they reduced the hit stun on pretty much every combo. So everything you do has a completely different hit stun now. It's really shorter, so a lot of things that used to connect, they just don't connect anymore. And I think it's I was trying a lot of ways to get that Yasuo loop, but it completely changed. You can do a bit less reps. It took a while, and it's I saw if you want to have fun, you can just literally do this and see how many times I missed trying to find the right engagement and stuff. I was with Wawa as well, who was looking for a couple combos. He found a couple, as well. But just labbing this shows that there is a lot that changed, and it really, really took a while. And I think it's the best I could do in that short amount of time, right? Is pretty much this, which is a bit shorter than before. So you just go for that 1 into 2, into this one and this. So you don't do the jump 2H bit, right? It's shorter, it's not that big damage. Obviously, there's gonna be more. That was just me trying to find that exact sever loop, to work. Obviously, that changes a lot, right? Being real, so I was chatting with Wawa and the guys. I think one of the things that kind of raises being worried, right, is I think 2xKO first Alpha Lab was really good at combo expression. And I'm afraid that if you do this, do you remove the combo expression because you wanted the combo to be too short? I might be a minority there, but I did not think the combos were too long. I played Dragon Ball, right? If you play Dragon Ball Fighters, you play anime games, you don't really care. I don't really think the combos were too long. What I thought is that they were the long combos were starting from pretty much anything, and I think that's what I did not like. Especially the characters that have like really basic combos like Ari or Darius, like they hit you anytime and you're in for a super Broly length combo. That's the thing I did not like. This, I know, I have to see. On this, you can see I'm trying the old combo, the combo that I used to call the Hogaborito combo, which was a corner juggle. It just does not work anymore. So if you want to juggle, your juggle points look like they're way smaller than before. It's really, really difficult. Another big change is hard knockdowns. So there are no more hard knockdowns for everything in this game. They did this, which in my opinion might be like the biggest change of the game. So they added one thing that's called the ground tech, which is a roll. They have back rise and forward rise. So the way it works is that you can basically choose which way you're going to wake up. Do you roll left or do you roll right or do you stay in place? But the kind of crazy thing, right, is if you look at how fast this goes, I'm trying to like just open you up and I either whiff or block or get blocked. It doesn't look like I can, you know, punish it at all. It doesn't look like there's any kind of way to read it. It's literally just, I don't know, they just want you to come back to neutral, you know, like in these situations. So you could see that I've been trying like a lot of different ways on direction and stuff, because obviously she can also roll forward, which means if you're in the corner, you just roll. That's quite weird, you know, to get used to, because I feel like, you know, general fighting game way, like if you watch Fatal Fury, if you roll, you are not invincible to throws anymore, so you can actually throw a roll. And if you see like that hitbox, hurtbox, you look at this, right, there is no hurtbox on Ari right now until she wakes up and she's operational. It doesn't look like there is a frame of recovery, and I'm trying to like hit that frame, she just immediately blocks, right? She's not really vulnerable to anything. So I think the main thing that they want is that if you go for a normal combo, it means you're okay with the whole, you know, go back to neutral kind of way, which I can see the vision behind this. I'm just wondering, you know, how this is going to be exploited, obviously, because the difference now is that you need a specific sequence to do hard knockdown. It's this one. So in 2xK, we've got moves that make you tumble, like they make you go, you know, roll and go closer to the corner. And it's this one for Yasuo. And if you hit it twice, you look at here, it says hard knockdown. On the bottom right of your screen. Why is my I don't, yeah, this one here, sorry. You can see this says hard knockdown, so this is how you get a hard knockdown to put for potential mix. So on this knockdown, she cannot roll, she has to wake up in place. This is pretty much how you would go if you want to force a hard knockdown. So I think the idea behind, which is actually a cool idea in my opinion, is that if you want a hard knockdown, you need to go for hard knockdown routes and potentially, you know, maybe you know, sacrifice on basically damage or I don't know, screen position or whatever, just to get your mix, which is cool, you know, by all means. The thing I'm a bit scared for me is that if you think about Echo, right, and I think I have Echo like, yeah, here, just having fun with Echo. Every single mix that we used to use on Echo, you can now roll them because they are not from moves that tumble. The only way that we found you know, to get any kind of tumble going into a hard knockdown was using a level 1. Level 1 was the way we found to like have an actual setup. I did not get time to record this, unfortunately. What the hell is my combo? I actually don't know. It's at it's there. Yeah, it's probably there. So we've got a lot of ways to escape. So for a character like Echo, who I really loved, see, like you do a knockdown and he just rolls out. So you just don't have a way to put the pressure. One of the ways we found as well is to be in Echo install and have a clone that pretty much covers that side. It's iffy for now, but obviously it's just like a couple hours. I think the main thing they want is they want to avoid every single combo going to the same situation, which, you know, I can understand. I think it's quite a cool idea to basically make you choose what kind of combo ender you go for, because we talked about hard knockdown, but there are also 2 other ways to finish a combo now. Let me show you. It's I have my timestamp right there. It should be like here. So if you go for a move that is, if you go for a move that OTG twice in a row, you get a damage bonus. And if you go for a move that wall bounces twice in a row, you get a meter bonus. So what the hell is this? Let me see. Might be there. That might be right after. So this is the hard knockdown, you know, attempts. and this is me trying to get the wall bounce version. So this is, you know, this is the wall bounce move. And from the wall bounce, you basically only get a yeah, so you do 1, you do 2, and there we go. See, like if you look at it's right here, it's right behind me, it's right here. See, I'm removing myself from this meter bonus. So if you do a combo that finishes with two of these, you know, wall bounce moves, you get a meter bonus. And if you go for one that has 2 OTGs, you get a damage bonus. So I actually kind of like the idea. So like it basically makes you choose. One of the things they said in their video is that they want to decouple life and meter. So you have, if you want to play in a way to build meter, you play in a way to build meter. If you want to play in a way to use life, you play in a way to use life. So I think it's kind of cool for expression. It's definitely a big change. Me personally, I'm a bit worried that a role that's completely invincible kind of invalidates so much. But I think after 2 hours of, you know, labbing, you don't really know enough of your solutions, you know, to pretty much get away from these situations. Quite a lot of changes, right, in this version. And of course, you know, there was a bit of Jinx coming up in this version, so I got to play the character a bit, and that's pretty much Jinx, right? She got minions, she can hit them for them to fly, she got plenty of way to clutter the screen, she basically got Cybermen who both walk and are flying, she got a gun that basically gives you a full screen kind of, you know, conversion, and quite a lot of like different tools. I think I can see her like as a completely versatile character and kind of a lab monster character. You can see this, like I was just trying to get 2 minions to a combo, and you can, right? If you get them at the right timing, you can potentially send 2 of them who will actually punch your opponent up. So I really like that idea of, you know, being able to lab and find more stuff. She looks like a pretty interesting zoner to play, and, you know, more importantly, and I think that's the biggest thing on this, you've got some sauce for Jinx, and I think that's one of the most important things, because if there's no combo, there's no combo. I found that loop, which is actually quite hard to do. So it's this move is the down super 2, I believe, or super 1. I can't remember which of the supers. So you can actually loop it twice and see you get the double OTG move at the end, which gives you, if I remove myself once again, you will see the damage bonus happening, you know, like on the left. So quite a lot of changes. I think Jinx is also like a very, very interesting character on this. I'm definitely interested to see where this is going, because I feel like from Alpha Lab 1 to Alpha Lab 2, there are so many big changes in the game, and these are changes in the core game, right? These are not changes that are at the fine-tuning bit, right? If you completely change the wake-up game, it means there is still a lot that's to change, right? I think that's very important for us who play this game right now and learn the game to, you know, take it to the grain of salt. This is far from being the final version, so we just want to like see how the game goes and how the game works. I'm looking forward. I'm trying to get access to the Alpha Lab this weekend, at least in the lab, to maybe lab with you guys and you know, share a couple more findings. I'm working on a few more videos on 2xKO, and more importantly, I've published it by now, obviously, but we played an offline tournament, and Wawa played, Wade played, Yasha played, and their matches were insane, so I've commentated them for you right there on my YouTube. I'll be doing more 2xKO and Fatal Fury coming up, because I really, really like these 2 games. But if you want to know anything about 2xKO, if you need anything, definitely, you know, press some buttons, leave a comment. And for me, the most important on this is that's a lot of changes. I'm curious to see, you know, where the game is going to go, you know, considering how big these changes are. And just looking at how it goes, I think it's a cool, you know, like decision that they're taking to just like make sure that they take, you know, that they change things that really, really are going to change the way you express yourself in the game. It's been really cool to also be invited to this stuff, because Riot invites you and the team is there and you can actually talk to developers, and being able to talk to developers is such an incredible thing. Shout outs to Riot, of course, for this. I think a lot of people are like, is 2xKO going to like save the FGC or whatever? I think the thing that 2xKO will really make an impact on the FGC is that these guys exist and they're part of, you know, our group, and they want to talk to us, and I really want to see, you know, like where this goes. But for now, you know, that was my pretty much quick breakdown. There are other videos on my channel on Reversal as well. You know, hit that subscribe button, more content. Thank you for watching, and let's play some 2xKO, man. I want to find these bombos. Let's go.